Good afternoon, I'm Dan DeRose, and welcome to From Someone Who Knows. This is a show we do weekly, a segment where you really get more of the story. We love what we can do on Channel 19 during our evening newscasts, but sometimes you don't get the whole story. And this week's story has been one of the most watched trials in Northeast Ohio in a number of years. Of course, we're talking about the unfortunate murder of a 3-year-old innocent little boy, Julian Wood, who was stabbed in the parking lot of Giant Eagle in June of 2024 by that woman, Bianca Ellis. She went to trial over the last 2 weeks. The jury had to decide, was she in her right mind? Was she sane? Or at least did she know the difference between right and wrong at the very moment she carried that attack out on both Julian and his mother, Margot Wood? The testimony that we're going to play for you first was technically last week, but I think it is so powerful and so important from Margot Wood when she took the stand. And you think about the strength it would take to testify about the moment your son was stabbed, once in the cheek, once in the back. Both of those stabs hit arteries in which Julian was bleeding profusely in that parking lot. And yet she had to get on the stand in the same room as the killer. There was no doubt that Bianca Ellis carried out this attack. Her attorneys said it to the jury. That was not the debate. The debate was whether or not she was insane at the time. They would hear from 2 doctors, 2 psychiatrists, one who said, yes, she was incapable of understanding right from wrong because of her severe mental illness. The other doctor said, no, she was not insane. She had carried this out. She went to Volunteers of America. She stole 2 knives. She selected which knife was sturdier. She walked into Giant Eagle basically looking for her victim. That's when she saw the first child. She had walked past a number of adults, but when she saw the first child, she followed Margot and Julian out into that parking lot. You're about to hear some testimony, and it is very tough to listen to, from Margot Wood about the moments leading up to that attack. We're not going to have you listen to the attack itself. It is too brutal. The pain in that mother's voice is too much. But here is her testimony leading right up to that attack. Then we will hear the reading of the verdict. It was one of the quickest readings I've ever heard in my career, considering how complex this case was. And then we'll hear from both Margot and Jared. Moments after that verdict was read, they made a brief statement to the media outside of the courtroom. But let's start with the testimony of Margot Wood.
We were all going to go to the store, my mom, my daughter, Julian, and myself, okay? But my daughter fell asleep, and my mom said, let's not wake her, so it ended up just being Julian and I going. Usually around that time, they have flower baskets outside, so he helped me pick out some flower baskets, and we went inside, bought some candies and things, and we did groceries. And then we went to the self-checkout.
All right. And was Julian in the little seat area?
Yes, he remained seated in the car seat area, or not the buggy area, the seat. Yes.
So when you were in the store, Mrs. Wood, did you notice anything strange?
No.
Did you notice anybody accost you or say anything to you or acknowledge you? Anything of that sort?
No.
So you continue to push your cart out of the store.
Yes.
And before you left the store, Mrs. Wood, did you notice anyone by you? Did you see anybody? Did anybody talk to you?
No.
Did you see other patrons in the store walk by you?
I did.
Did anybody stick out to you?
No.
When you were leaving, did someone say, hey, Margot, or acknowledge you, or had seen you, anything like that?
No.
All right. So you were minding your own business, going to your car?
Yes.
All right. So tell us, walk me through that. So you went down the aisle that your car was parked?
I did.
Okay. And if you could be so kind, were you parked face forward with your car, or had you backed into the spot?
Face forward.
Okay. And so, at any time before you got to your car, did you notice anything?
No.
All right. So, once you got to your car, what's the first thing you did?
Sorry.
Take your time.
I went to open my trunk.
Okay.
And then I turned to my right. And I saw her coming towards us.
When you say her, who we've come to know that is?
Bianca Ellis.
We're going to stipulate, Mr. Mack, that Mr. Very
And
good.
she's in this courtroom here today, is she not?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you for the stipulation, counsel. Go ahead, Mrs. Ford.
So I saw her coming, walking towards us, and I noticed she had a knife in her hand. And I said, "Oh no, Julian." So I had the car, I stood in front of the end of the cart, and I was trying to push him back he was still sitting in the cart. And she stabbed the back of the trunk of a car, and I got scared. But when I was pushing the car back, it fell over. And then she came at me. I'm sorry.
Take your time.
She came at me.
Very tough to listen to, and we've stopped it there because it becomes too graphic. She explains Julian was stabbed twice, once in the cheek, once in the back. Margot herself was stabbed in the shoulder trying to protect her own son. That's where the attempted murder charge came from. In fact, Ellis was facing aggravated murder, 2 counts of murder, and 1 count of attempted murder, as well as child endangering and theft for stealing that knife. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, again, one of the quickest readings of a verdict that I have experienced in my career, especially considering that this was an aggravated murder case. We're going to take a quick break, and you'll hear that when we come back. And welcome back to From Someone Who Knows. We continue our coverage of justice for Julian. This was the Bianca Ellis murder trial. It took the jury about 7 hours to deliberate, and they came back with a verdict late yesterday afternoon. And the question was, would the jury decide that Bianca Ellis was insane or sane at the exact moment of the attack? Could she distinguish between right or wrong, even though she had been diagnosed as a mental health patient with schizophrenia for the past decade? We now take you to the reading of yesterday's verdict by Judge Russo. Take a listen.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I've been told you have a verdict, and so I'll ask the foreperson to please provide the verdict to my bailiff. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, at this time, we thank you for your service. Again, I don't think any of us could go too far beyond saying that having you for 2 weeks, we know has been a cause for you to disrupt your lives, and so we thank you for your service. At this time, I'll read the verdicts on all charges, and then with respect to that, I will poll each of you just to confirm that it is your decision of this verdict. So with respect to the 9 counts and the furthermore, this jury says that they duly find and impaneled as sworn jurors in this case do find the defendant Bianca Ellis guilty of all charges. Those guilty charges also carry with it the furthermore that she did commit the other charge as requested with a finding of all 12 of you. So with that being said, juror number 1, is this your decision?
Yes.
Juror number 2?
Yes.
Juror number 3?
Yes.
Juror number 4? Juror number 5?
Yes.
Juror number 6?
Yes.
Juror number 7?
Yes.
Juror number 8? Juror number 9? Juror number 10? Juror number 11? And juror number 12. All right. Thank you. Again, I thank you for your service on behalf of Cuyahoga County and the 34 judges here. And we, at this time, will rise for the jury, and we'll have a moment to speak to you afterwards.
I thought that was very interesting to see Bianca Ellis, as in that last clip there, as she looked towards the gallery. It was one of the only times she looked towards, and I can't say for sure who she was looking for or looking at. We know her mother was very involved in this case. We know that the parents, Jared and Margot Wood, the parents of Julian, they were obviously in the gallery. In fact, after Bianca was taken out of the courtroom and the judge ended the session, there were tears, audible tears that were clearly from Margot Wood. And that leads us to our next clip. The parents of both parents of Julian came out into the hallway, spent very little time, and that's understandable with what this family has been through and will continue to go through. They made a brief statement to the media. Take a listen.
Well, we just want to thank everyone for the support.
The love and support for our son.
Yes.
Everybody that's visited him, commented, sent love. We appreciate you guys so much. This was for him today.
Thank you, guys.
And you're very thankful for the prosecution?
Yes.
And we're very
Thankful for
thankful for the
prosecution.
prosecution and everybody that's helped us here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
An incredible message from the family of Julian Wood there. Just can't even begin to put yourself in their shoes. And unfortunately, the saga is not over. We still have sentencing to come October 27th. Again, that is a very quick sentence that has been laid out. The judge set that immediately following the reading of the verdict. I'm not sure I've seen a murder sentence happen so quickly. We're talking roughly 10, 11 days from the time that she was found guilty to moving to sentencing. So that will be another opportunity for anyone impacted. In the state of Ohio, they have a right to get up and address the court and tell the judge how this has impacted their lives as it comes to how much time Bianca Ellis should be sentenced to. Bianca Ellis herself will have a chance to make a statement. More than likely, her attorneys will tell her not to do so, as she does have the right to an appeal. We will, of course, cover that live as long as the court and the judge allows us. We don't anticipate a problem that we will be able to bring you the sentencing live on October 27th. I want to remind you that this is a weekly segment. Every week we handle a different topic, something where you get a little bit more information than you would on Channel 19 during our time-sensitive broadcast. You can scan that QR code. You can go to cleveland19.com and look for past episodes that truly give you some insight, more information to stories as they run. For now, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. I want to thank you for joining us, and this has been From Someone Who Knows.